I need to,
Yes.
thank you.
Good. I'm going to go ahead and call to order the meeting for the HPC, January 5th, 2022. And we're all here, mostly, but it's working. So I guess the first order of business, Michelle, is we need to elect new officers.
That would
And
be good.
then they would run the meeting, whoever is elected, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So how do we do it, Anne? Because I know there's a way. I
Well,
did it for 2 years or something, or a year
right.
and a half.
I mean, what we've done for a long time is we rotate. And so
Okay.
you've been in the chair position for 2 years and Doug has been vice chair. So typically what would occur, if Doug's willing, is Doug moves to chair and then we choose like Susan for vice chair.
That's what I get for showing up, huh?
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Well,
I thought it was supposed to work
that's
the
what
other
I
way.
thought, Anne.
And
I
then
was thinking that.
you get like 2 years to sort of ease into where you really have the responsibility for running the meeting. But that would be the typical approach. And actually, I would be happy to make a motion to elect Doug as chair and Susan as vice chair.
And I would second it.
Are you all good with that?
I am, if you all are willing to, well, 2 years, I should know what I'm doing in 2 years, hopefully.
Yeah.
But,
I have full
Yeah.
confidence you will both will serve admirably.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have full confidence.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm passing the baton.
We need a vote.
We need to
You
vote.
know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's vote.
Actually, I
in
don't know. Do we
favor?
have a second? Oh, that's right. You seconded, right,
I
Joy?
seconded it. And then all in favor, say aye, or raise your hands. Aye.
Aye.
It passes unanimously. Congratulations, Doug and Susan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so Doug, I guess you are going to go ahead and run the meeting.
Well, I'll give it my best shot and thank you. I appreciate your confidence. So I think probably since we've already called to order, the next thing we should do is have roll call if there's anybody in attendance. So that way they know who we're dealing with. I am now currently chair of the Historic Preservation Commission. My name is Douglas Keithley Edmondson.
Susan Presti, I'm now vice chair.
Joy Porter, former chair.
And Ann Nichols, board member.
Very
Great.
good.
And Michelle Anthony, senior planner.
And Dylan Becker, planner 1.
Very good. Then we'll go ahead and just move on to agenda item 2, approval of minutes of December 1st, 2021 regular meeting. Does anybody see anything in the minutes that they'd like to bring the notice, so on and so forth, or are we just going to go ahead and approve as is?
And I have to not vote since I missed the meeting last time.
Oh,
Very
right.
good. Okay,
Yeah.
I
So
move
I would
approval.
move approval as presented.
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approval of minutes of December 1st, 2021 regular meeting. Now we move on to section 3, agenda item 3, unfinished business. And this is where I get to make the public comments advisement that if there's going to be any sort of public comments, please keep your comments to the agenda item and try to refrain from going over 3 minutes if it's a large agenda item. So agenda item unfinished business. HD 2101 Historic District Modification Revision to Keithley Log Cabin Sub-District Public Hearing. 183 Crystal Park Road. William Gooman and Associates, applicant on behalf of Manitou Springs or Manitou Cabins LLC owner. And at this point, there is a letter that was posted to our agenda and our package asking for a postponement due to the fact that a consultant was supposed to be brought in to do a review of this property and what these impacts would mean to the historic district. And due to short staff and unfortunately the environment that COVID-19 has generated, that we don't have that yet. Am I correct in saying that, Michelle?
You don't have the report. We do have the consultant on board. He's
Right.
already started to do his work and research. He just communicated today that he's planning on being in town the week of the 17th. And so he'll be contacting people that we provide to him as stakeholders that he could interview that might have information about McLaughlin Lodge. Doug, I think it would be great if you have anything, or you could at least relate, information about the log cabin district and your grandfather and just any of your knowledge.
Right.
So I'm going to give him your information to contact about setting up a meeting with you when he's in town. And if there's anybody else that you know of, or any of you know of, that have particular knowledge about McLaughlin Lodge, I'd appreciate hearing that. So this should be the last postponement. He did indicate that he will have the report in right before my retirement date. So I will be able to do the
Right.
cover
Good.
memo for you all, but I will not be staffing at that point. And but I wanted to leave it at least so that it wasn't completely on Dylan's shoulders quite yet. So anyway, that's, if you could do a postponement to February, the applicants are aware of that. And they know what our schedule is, and it was just unavoidable given, like Doug said, our staffing and the fact that I was sick for 3 weeks. So
Right.
May I ask a question, Doug?
Certainly.
Michelle, do we have any information when it became part of a historic district, I think in 1982 or something like that? Do we have any documents or information about why they chose the land they chose and why they chose the space to put into the historic?
there is some documentation from when both the local district was formed and then the National Register district. Now, interestingly, McLaughlin Lodge was left out of the National Register district. So I don't know why that happened, but we have a couple of those situations, like Red Crags and Rockledge,
Yeah.
and that area was left out of the district. And so that'll be something that we'll be looking at in the future. But the local district, back then when both the National Register and the local district were being looked at, the reporting and the documentation was not the same as it is now. A lot of times you didn't get individual, every individual property documented. They just kind of document the highlights. And that's really what we have and what the state has.
Okay.
And so he's got that, but it's not as useful or helpful from a documentation standpoint as it would be had it been done more recently. That's one of the reasons that part of his contract for both the historic district modification request for both McLaughlin Lodge, and he also will be doing the same advisement for Hiawatha Gardens, except it's kind of the reverse. One is part wants to come out and one is they want to come in. But he is also going to be doing the survey and inventory forms, the documentation forms for each building on those individual properties, so that we have that going forward. It's just part of our survey needs. And I thought, he's going to have to do 99% of the research anyway to advise regarding the historic district modification. So why not go ahead and pay and have him, do the forms. So we'll be getting those for both Hiawatha Gardens and then all the McLaughlin Lodge cabins, basically. So.
Right.
Does that answer, Joy?
Yes, I just was curious. Thank you,
Sure.
Michelle. I knew I could ask you a question and you'd have the answer.
Yeah, and go on for a half an hour. So
Well, I like hearing your voice.
no, thanks.
Well, very good. Since Michelle has passed my contact information on to the consultant, I would like to let all the commissioners know that if he reaches out to me, that my conversations with him and my spirit or my motivation will be strictly for history and historic preservation only. I have no vested interest in the McLaughlin Lodge project. It does not affect my property or my property values, or he's even close enough to me. I can't see the property from mine. So just want to let the commissioners know that my spirit will be truly altruistic in the nature of the Historic Preservation Commission and our preservation of history in Manitou Springs.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Doug. Yeah, I think it's the best thing to do is just provide any factual information regarding the
Certainly.
property and not talk about, whether it should or shouldn't be in the district.
Right, yeah,
Right.
that has nothing to do with that, so.
Right.
Well, very good then. I am going to revisit agenda item number 3, unfinished business, HD 2101 Historic District Modification, and ask that the board vote that this be tabled until the February meeting of the Historic Preservation Commission.
And I'd be happy to make that motion.
If we had a second,
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Very good.
great, thank you.
Very good. And I'm going to go ahead and ask real quick, Dylan, is there anybody out in the audience that had a desire to speak or had a hand up or anything of that nature over this? No? Okay, very good.
Now, I've been watching. The only person in the audience is Rebecca, the lady that's helping us with minutes.
Okay, very good.
Right.
Very good. Okay, I'm moving on to agenda item number 4, new business. I see nothing underneath that. Anyone?
Nothing to report.
Nothing to report. Agenda item number 5, other business.
Nothing to report, although at this point, I'll just go ahead and Dylan is going to be taking over as the primary staff person for you all. I know that you'll be patient with him, and he's I'm leaving it in good hands, but just like anything, when it's not second nature to you, it's going to be different, and that's fine. And I know that he can do it, and I've made it clear to him I'm available if he needs help or, just needs to ask questions or whatever. I'm happy to do that. And it's not like I'm going to disappear off the face of the earth. And so this is actually my last meeting with you guys, which
It's
Yep.
bittersweet.
It is.
yeah, it's taken me, it was a very, I think I said in the email that I sent out, it was a very hard decision. I really struggled with it. I struggled with it kind of existentially. Being with the city for 35 years and really it's been such a huge part of my life. Who am I, unless I'm, with the planning department. But once I actually made the decision, and I'm very excited, and I'm happy, and I'm really looking forward to it. And, I'm here as a resource if anybody needs me. And I just want to thank everybody for being so great to work with.
Well, we've certainly enjoyed working with you, Michelle. You've been a wealth of information and background in history, and it will be hard to replace. It will be impossible to replace, but Dylan is the right guy. We're looking
Yeah.
forward to having him step up.
I agree.
And-
Thank you.
And Michelle, I still remember sitting next to you when we were the transportation board and sitting in the chambers and learning that board from you. And you've always answered my questions when I have them, and you just are a wealth of knowledge. And I've really liked working with you and respect you so much. And I may just call on you just because I want to.
And that's
Yeah.
fine, please. I want to keep in touch with people, and I've had great friendships, and I'm close. So I'm looking forward, like I said, to kind of my next phase, and I'll let you all know when I get my online sales business up and running. So that's what
Okay.
one of the
Hey,
things I'm doing next.
All right.
All right. Well, be
Good.
sure you do, Michelle. You have our contact, or have my contact for certainly
Absolutely.
use it. So,
Absolutely. Thank you.
Well, Michelle, you've been a true asset to this community and you've done, just tremendous work, in historic preservation field. And I just, you're going to be sorely missed, and your connections and your networking. And I really hope that even though you move on from this, that you still stay part of historic preservation community in Manitou Springs and with Roxanne Heflin down in Colorado Springs, because, we need folks like you.
Thank you. Well, I'm still on the board at the Heritage Center, and actually that's one of the things that, I have not been able, especially in the last couple of years, to spend the time that I really had wanted to. And I'm going to be able to hopefully be more present for that. And yeah, so I'll be causing problems. It's not going to end.
oh, good.
Heritage
We'll hear
Center is a fine example of what the Match Fund has done for these small, no pros. I mean, it's really been able to, advance its agenda and work on its facilities. It's really going to be nice.
Game changer. Yep.
Game changer. Absolutely.
Well, thank you all.
You bet. You bet. Agenda item number 6, notice of council action.
I don't have anything to update you on at this point.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems that we've come to the end of the road again. I like these easy ones.
Yeah,
This is,
easy ones
can't
are
wait
good.
till February. We'll see
Yeah.
how that's going.
February,
warming some-
March, April.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
yeah.
Yeah.
some big guns there. That's all right. I'm up to it. And at this time, I'm going to go ahead and adjourn the Historic Preservation Commission meeting for January 5th of 2022 and signing off. And Michelle, good luck.
Thank
Michelle,
you.
Keep in
Thanks,
touch,
everybody.
Michelle.
Have
Thanks.
a good night.
We'll miss you.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.